Hello lovely dancers, my name is Aisha and welcome back to Belly Dance Tutorials. Today I'm gonna continue with the Introduction to Belly Dance series and I'll go over the hips figure 8 on the horizontal plane from back to front. Before I begin with the horizontal hips figure 8 from back to front, I want to mention that I do have a previous video on the horizontal hip figure 8 from front to back. So I will touch that direction only briefly at the end. But in today's class, I'm going to focus on the direction from back to front mostly. So let's get started. First of all, don't forget about the basic posture. Knees are slightly bent, pelvis tucked in, shoulders rolled back and down. And with most figure eights, it's good when we start in a prep position. So before anything else, I like to twist my hips in the direction of the starting point. So the hip figure 8 from back to front will start from the back corner all around to the front corner. The other hip will go to the back corner, all around to the front corner. So, first of all, I like to twist my hips a little bit to the starting point. And I like to do that for almost all figure eights in all directions if I get a chance to do that. Sometimes in the choreography you don't get to do the prep movement, you start in a different position. But for practice, let's do that. So turn a little bit to the side, move the hips to the back corner, it's a sliding movement, go around with this hip, it's a circle to the front corner. Now this other hip, we'll move it to the back corner and move it around the front corner. Yes, one more time. Prep, a little twist, knees are bent. Slide the hip to the back corner, keep it horizontal. Go around to the front corner. Other hip, slide to the back corner. Go around to the front corner. Yeah, so the movement looks like this. Back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front. Okay, a few things here. First of all, when you push the hip to the back corner, you have to push it down a little bit because naturally the hip will want to lift, but in belly dance we want to keep it in the same horizontal plane as the front hip. So we don't want to let the hip go up like this. So you really have to press down and then you play with the knee on the same side. You have to bend the knee on the same side to keep the hips horizontal. Now, in this outward position, you will circle the hip to the front corner on this side, and now I switch my focus to the other hip. So some people focus on one hip only, so they think, okay, now I press the hip down or back and I move it around. But I like to switch the focus from one hip to the other. So each hip will do a loop, almost a circle. And we connect the circles here in the middle. Yeah? So let's start one more time on this side. You can just mirror me on the same side. Knees bent, twist a little bit, and now press to the back corner, move it around, press to the back corner, move it around. So first hip, back, around, other hip, back, around. And don't forget about the slide in the middle. So to get from this point to that point, you have to slide the hips in this horizontal line. And then you turn it around. So don't forget about this slide here. Around. Slide to the back corner. Around. Slide around. Yeah? All right. Let's put some music and practice this a few times. With music now, bend the knees, pelvis tucked in, arms out, and we'll do a little twist, and now back corner, around, front corner, back corner, around to front corner, back, around, back, around, one hip, other hip, around and slide, around and slide, around and slide, around, from back to front, slide, back to front, slide. Alright, I'll turn around and I'll start on this side, so you can start on the same side now. Twist, back to front, back to front, slide, corner, corner, slide, back corner, front corner, slide, back to front, slide, back to front, back to front. And keep it horizontal. All right, let me start the music. Let's talk about a few other things here. The distance between your legs will vary. Have a distance that feels comfortable to you first. It might be a little more, a little less. I like my feet to be a little closer, but should feel pretty comfortable, and start with that. But in time, you can play with various distances between your legs, and it gives a different flavor. So every type of adjustment in the position will give a different flavor. For instance, if I have my legs a little bit more far apart, bend my knees, my figure eight will be a little larger. So that's a variation that you can use once in a while, depending on the music. But yeah, definitely it's gonna be a little larger. Also, the feet on the floor, they don't have to be glued on the floor. You can just move them around or just pick them up if you need to, so it's not hard on the knees or ankles. It's nothing wrong with that. So if you feel like it's too much stress on your knees, you can just pick up the foot and place it back down. Yeah, pick up the foot. Yeah. So, but just make sure that your hip line stays horizontal. All right. Now a few arm positions with this one. You can just keep, in the beginning, you can just keep the arms out like that, very relaxed. But you can play with the arms up here in various poses. Up here, holding the hair. So let's try different arm positions with this movement, and we will do some arm movements and some arm patterns with this movement, and I'll play some music too. Don't forget the basic posture. All right. So again, from back to front, this side, and let's do the arms up here. Up here, holding the hair. And let's do some arm movements. The arm movement that I want to do is just from back to front. Yeah, so the arm movement goes like this. There are many arm patterns that you can use with this movement, but for now we'll just do a simple one. So as I'm moving the hip around, my arm comes forward. All right. I hope you like the movement from back to front. It's a little bit more challenging to do than the one from front to back. I'll go over that in a moment, but as I said, I do have a video on that previously. So I'll link it up here or down in the description box. So check it out for the reverse direction. The front to back movement, I think it's used more often. So maybe start with that because I think it's easier to understand than the back to front. So yeah, let's go over the hips figure eight on the horizontal plane from front to back just really quickly. So basic posture. Now I want to do this prep movement, a little twist. So now I push the hip to my front corner, around to the back corner, other hip to the front corner, around to the back corner. This hip, front corner, back corner. Other hip, front corner, back corner. Now slide to front, rotate to back. Slide to front, rotate to back. 1, 2. Slide to front, back. Slide, front, back. Slide, front, back. So don't forget about the slide in the middle. Slide to front corner, back corner. And again, you can just play with the feet on the floor. You can just move them around, pick them up. Maintain the horizontal line of the hips. Like the other direction, you have to press the hip down when you push it out to the corner. So check out the other video. I think this will be the last video in the series Introduction to Belly Dance. I think I went over all the basic isolations, at least the major ones. So if I remember of anything, maybe I'll do another one, but I'm pretty sure this is it. I hope you watched all my other videos in Introduction to Belly Dance, and I hope this keeps you motivated to practice and to learn this beautiful art of belly dancing. I hope to see you next time in another video. Until then, shimmy shimmy!